All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first in a series of unboxing videos of my personal NES collection. This is something that has been a long time coming. I've been doing unboxing videos with gameplay for lots of ZX Spectrum games, some Amiga games. But I figured, it's time that I go through only, I have a very small collection of NES games that are in box, and they're some of my favorites. And this is just absolutely one of my favorite games of all time. Town and Country Surf Designs, TNC Surf Designs, Wood and Water Rage. This is a combination surfing, skateboarding game released by LJN, hardly the hallmark in quality of games for the NES, but I think that this game is pretty special. So, first, what I'd like to do is just kind of take you through the packaging. And this is the first time probably in years that I've opened this up, so I'm not quite sure what is inside. Hopefully the right game is inside. But I bought this boxed probably before I moved away to Korea in 2007. And it's sat in a box since then. I sold most of my collection, but I kept my very favorite games, and this is one of them. So these characters were created by Town and Country Surf Designs in the 80s as mascots, and the original prints of these are actually pretty expensive. I looked into buying a shirt with some of these guys on them, and it was about $100 for just the authentic T-shirt. I'm sure you can get knockoffs, but anyway, this is one of those weird licensing deals back when you could really get away with licensing anything. So you can see this guy's name is Thrilla, because he stars in the sequel to this game, Thrilla's Safari. Not sure what the other guys' names are. I think they might be in the game or in the manual. On the back, we've got some screenshots. Okay, dudes, the time has come to really get radical. You and the rest of the boys, TNC's famous group of skate and surf crazies, can kick out and pull off some awesome maneuvers together. I can't wait. So it says that you're going to be jamming the ramps, jumping the cracks, riding the rails, or just laying back tall. All right. This is from 1987, by the way. Let's get the side of the box there. Okay, so the box is in okay shape. Missing the styrofoam insert in the bottom. I actually have a box full of extra styrofoam inserts, so I should put one in there before I put this game back on the shelf. We've got the cartridge. Cartridge itself is in excellent shape. The label is still shiny. In the back. Well, that's weird. They've got an M in the copyright symbol beside Nintendo. I don't know what that's about. Top label, looking good. Let's take a look in the instruction book. Okay, so we have a repeat of the back of the box here in the introduction. How to use the controller. It says you can enjoy both Street Skate Session and Big Wave Encounter with this game. So those are your two options. They've got some illustrated instructions on how to use the controller with your little dude here. You can jump up off the board, or you can jump with the board. Kick to speed up using the B button. You run out of the game is over when you run out of your life symbols, which are yin yang symbols. You're given 4 life symbols at the start of the game. You get extra life symbols if you maintain a high enough speed throughout the course. That's sort of the neat thing about this game, is the better you do, the longer you can last. It's not a timed. It is a timed affair, but as long as you're doing well and you can max out your life symbols, you physically can't die. There's some hazards in the road, oil spills, torn up sections of road. And then there are all these ways you can do stunts to get points, jumping over things, the ramp, grinding on the rail. Grinding on the rail is actually a really great way to get points in this game. And then you roll over different colored coins, and the number and color of coins you collect go for your score. So this is something that a lot of people don't know because they don't read the instructions. But if you really want to try and get as many red coins as you can, you want to focus. If you have the choice, don't go for the blue, go for the red. This is a round-based game. Now, the big wave encounter is a much more simple game. You basically just move back and forth on the board, try and stay afloat. When you reach the beach, your game is over. If you surf fast enough along the wave, you can prolong your life, but you can't really extend the game as much as you can in the skate encounter. So these are how the scoring breaks down in the surfing scene. You get 300 points per turn if you make sort of an epic turn. It's 500 points if you make a full 360 turn. You get 500 points plus 1 life symbol. And then riding the pipeline, you get 100 points for each half second you successfully surf in the hazardous pipeline. Now, these bonus bananas, I'm going to have to check because, to be honest with you, I don't spend a lot of time in the surfing part of this game, but I'm going to keep track of how my score works with these bonus bananas as well. So we'll have to see how that goes. And you've got the FCC compliance and the limited warranty, and that's all you have. This is about as simple as it gets. Whoa. So we'll put this back, and I will actually just leave this out to remind myself to put that styrofoam spacer in there. All right, we're about ready to leap into this thing. So I'm going to turn on the sound for the emulator. Hear that crashing wave sound in the NES here. And it's a great, just makes me think of the beach. Turn the phone cam off. Okay, so let's get right into it. TNC Surf Designs. So we'll start with the street skate session. And I always like to be the guy with the sunglasses. The guy with the mask, I'm just not a big fan of. All right. Just do a quick check on my levels here. Yep, looks pretty good. All right, and we're off and running. So you can see that we've got a pretty well scrolling playfield here. I think the soundtrack of this game is pretty effective in getting you pumped up. Starts out not too difficult. Like I said, you really want to focus on riding the rails to really get big points in this. Jumping over these things. Oh, I missed that jump. Alright. So you can really easily get hung up in this area because you can't get enough speed to get over the big gap here. And so you just die. So that was unfortunate. We're going to take a game over there. See if we can do better next time. Okay. So I've always found this is a nice game to chill out with. I'm gonna ride this rail, just show you, so you can do this like multiple times, and each time you do that, it's 1,000 points. So that's a great way to get your score up. Missed that red coin. Should have got that. Always thought that sand pit looked like the state of Kentucky. Comes the guitar solo. Alright, and we're coming up to the end of the first stage. So your score, your remaining time gets tallied, plus your life. And then you do it again for round 2. Now, the stages all get longer as you go along. They become more and more filled with danger. But as skateboarding games go, I mean, this is really more, I guess, of an endless runner type game. Although you do have control over your speed, I think you can actually completely stop. I guess you can't completely stop, can you? Oh yeah, you can. So, but I mean, coming to a complete stop is not something that you want to do, because it's very difficult to build your momentum back up again. Though it did allow me to get that red coin. But it's really, I don't know. This is just a game that I've always just enjoyed, chilled out, you know, playing. I've always been sort of fascinated by the West Coast skateboarding, surfing lifestyle. I think TNC are from Hawaii. I think it's like Pearl City, Hawaii, or something like that. So, yeah, I've just really like it. We'll do one more round of skating, and then I'll show you the surfing. But I've gotten up past round 10 before, I'm sure, on this. It just gets harder and harder. There are more and more obstacles. The stages get longer and longer. But you kind of get used to the different patterns. You know, it's very tile-based. It's always good when you can get that car. It's nice, 1,000 points. But as far as, you know, a licensed game from a no-name skating company, you know, from LJN, it controls well. It doesn't set out to do a whole lot, but what it does do, I think it does well. Oops. I like the gradient in the sky. You see the oil rig in the background. All right, so we'll reset this, and we will, let's see here, try out the big wave encounter. And we'll go with Thrilla, the pig. I don't know if that's a pig or if it's a weasel. Whatever it is, you don't want to be that guy. You want to be the ape with the cool hat. So this is similar to the surfing game in California games. It's a much similar concept, except you don't really get the sense of travel. At least in my opinion, you don't get the sense of travel. So I'm doing these turns. I feel like I'm not getting enough points for doing those. Maybe you've got to turn the other direction. And again, they mention these bananas. And I don't know that I've ever seen any of these bananas before. The surfing part of the game, okay, there it is. And you reach the end just by looking for those pier logs, and then you just do it again. The surfing game was never, you know, the main reason for entry here. See, I'm doing all kinds of spins and stuff, but I'm just not getting those points like you're supposed to be. Yeah, it's just this is not a good implementation of surfing compared to the surfing in California games, which is actually not too bad. You know, there's not a whole lot of ways you can really do surfing well, I think, in a video game. So, oh, there's the end. Am I gonna make it? Probably not. No. You just get swept back, and it's just really hard to make it out. Oh yeah, here we go. Just gotta ride it straight on in. Barely managed to squeeze that one out. Let's see if we can get one more round in before we go. But yeah, I'm a big fan of all of the surfing brands from the 80s. You know, it was when the extreme sports thing started to get big. I was a kid. It was a perfect time. You know, everybody was into skateboarding, and everybody wanted to be into surfing. Of course, I lived a million miles away from the ocean. I didn't even see the ocean until I was in high school. So, but it was games like this that really just, like, made me believe I could be part of that. It's kind of cheesy, but it's true, you know, and that's why I have such good memories, because this is not a fantastic game, but it really is evocative of my childhood. Yeah, I'm not going to make it to the end here. Alright, so that's going to do it. TNC Surf Designs, Wood and Water Rage. Not a perfect game, but one of my favorites, and definitely one that I'm glad to have in my collection. So thanks as always for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Adios.